Well, Coach Orr, talk a little bit, the spring season, spring training is going on. Talk about how well things have gone, how well, if you've been pleased with what's been happening.
We're delighted with the progress we've made in the spring season. We sat down at the end of the fall season and we're very happy with where we're heading towards, but it's important to do some self-analysation, and we broke things down, myself and Coach Loud, and we came up with kind of 3 components of what we wanted to work on into the future, because we know where we want to go to, but we just had to work out how we were going to get there. So this is kind of the first phase this spring season, leading into obviously our fall season, and then we'll have the summer as well. And we're delighted of where the girls have progressed to on the field and in the classroom. Everything's been going very well, and I think the highlight has to be getting some positive results against big Conference USA teams in UAB and Southern Miss, and then backing it up with good results against William Carey, who's always a national contender in the NAIA system. A couple of years ago they went to the Elite 8, so we're definitely very happy of on the field and off the field of the results.
We had some players who suffered some injuries through the season last year, some big injuries. Tori in particular, she's come back now and has been able to train some. How has all that as a whole progressed?
Well, the squad's smaller in the spring just because of a number of issues, but we always like to work with a small group and work them hard, and Tori has worked tremendously hard to get back in shape, and we're delighted that she was able to make a comeback last weekend, which means now she can focus on the summer and getting into her sharpness back and her confidence back, and to hopefully starting for us in the fall. And you've got to attribute that to probably Coach Loud working really hard with them in the gym. We all always ask the team to be the best condition they could be, and we want to be the most powerful Division 2 coming up in the fall season, and Coach Loud really take them to a new level in the gym and on the field, just with our fitness work, and hopefully the summer programme that she's creating is going to give them something to head towards going into the summer months.
What about this summer? A lot of camps, a lot of the soccer academies are here. Talk a little bit about that and how important that is to our program.
Well, just because it's the summer, it doesn't really quiet down for us. We'll have 2 residential camps here coming up in the summer. The first one will be a number 1 soccer camp that will be hosted by ourselves and operated by our coaching staff, and that's in July 7th to 10th. And then the second one will be our UWA residential camp, which will be the 21st of July to 24th of July. And those have been a blessing over the last couple of years of being able to get people on campus, and really for participants to get a feel of what being at UWA is like. Get to work with the coaching staff, you get to experience eating in the cafeteria, sleeping in the dorms, that kind of idea. And as people come onto campus nowadays, they see all the different renovations that are going on and how the facilities here have improved 100% over the last few years. So it's definitely a great thing for us to go ahead and express the interest in our university that way. It puts us really on the map with all the other universities in our conference.
Speaking of after those things, speaking of the summer, I mean, when do we start training? We start practicing for the season in the fall.
Well, we'll come in mid-August. We'll come in and get the physicals done, and I believe it's like August 15th. I think we start. We're unfortunate on the fact that we start school early, so we're only allowed to do 5 days before the start of school per NCAA rules. But we'll work hard for those 5 days, and we'll make sure that the girls do the work over the summer, and we'll get a couple of pre-season games in. The way the calendar falls this year, we don't actually start until way into September, which last year we started at the end of August, so that'll be a little bit of a change for us. So even though our school starts early, we will have a little bit extra time that way to maybe get another pre-season scrimmage in, and we'll work hard with with obviously the new players coming in to adapt to the rules and regulations that we require here, and hopefully the squad that we have remaining, are going to take us to the next level in the conference.
Speaking of, and finally, you mentioned the new players coming in. How many are we expecting? How many new players that will be getting their first taste of UWA soccer?
Well, we have 10 signed right now. That number could grow or it could decrease. It just depends on what happens in the next couple of months. But we're hopeful that the 10 we've signed are going to add something to our team. As I say, myself and Coach Loud, we're analysing everything, and the big thing we wanted to do was to bring in quality, and we feel that we're going to bring in quality. We're going to bring in some more internationals, some top players from the Birmingham area and some from Mississippi, and we're happy about that with a diverse group coming in, and we're just hopeful that, as I said, the group that we have, that they're going to take it to the next level and show the newcomers coming in the steps and the ropes into the next season.